What's up, guys? Brandon with Strict Vision Athletics. Okay, so we're going to get into chest today. So it's upper body, chest emphasis. So first thing we have bench press 10-second eccentric. Okay, so this is going to be a very, very slow bench press. This is quite possibly the slowest bench press any of you guys have ever done. That's reflected in that little note at the end of it that says 10-second eccentric. What does that mean? So when you are coming down, and I mean that literally, when the barbell is coming down toward you in the plane of motion, that's your eccentric phase. The weight is coming toward you. It's going with the flow of gravity. Every rep on this needs to be done for 10 seconds on the way down. And the way I count that, because obviously you don't want to be going 1, 2, 3, 4. You're expelling a lot of breath. You're not concentrating on the contraction. So when you're doing this, breathe through your nose and count your breaths in and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how I count my reps when I do this. So as I come down, I'm breathing. I'm sure that sounds great in the microphone, but you guys get the point. It's very slow. The other thing I'll say, this is not going to be your heaviest bench press. This is not a power press. This is very, very slow. So start with a marginal weight, a surprisingly low amount of weight. You may end up with just one plate, maybe a little bit more. It just depends on you. But again, the process here is to isolate the chest, see the growth in the chest. Of course, you're going to get into the power press and the big bench press on other weeks, on other months, but not for the purposes of this exercise. This is just targeting the pectoralis. You're just trying to get that contraction. So go slow. Next, we have our superset. We're using the Tinman Press, the close grip Pronate. I'm actually using the CAS handles for these. And then the Incline Bench with the Squeezebar with a 3-point stop. We'll get into that in a second. So starting with the Tinman. So Tinman Press is very cool. I named it that. It just sort of reminded me of the Tinman. I don't know why. Take your uprights from your functional trainer or your functional trainer itself. Put those cables at the absolute highest position. If you're like me and you have a functional trainer, you can actually put it at the absolute highest position and put the arms together so they're kind of close. The point is you want to be pressing from high to low. The press is opposite what you would think for like a chest press on the cable or a fly machine on the cable, which are typically going to be right out here. You're going to press from high to low straight to the earth. This is going to create a contraction in the center of your chest and the bottom portion of your chest. This is what I really like to do when I'm in the middle of my workout, which technically this is the middle, even though there's 5 exercises. So the Tinman Press, again, close grip, keep those grips together. That's why I use the CAS handles for these. The CAS handles have 2 nice big O-rings on the outside of them that I can press them together, and they don't like shift or slip or anything like that like you would get with normal handles. So press the CAS handles together up on the chest and press down for that contraction. That's a very, very good exercise. Next, we have the Incline Bench Press using the Squeezebar with a 3-point stop. I'll say this right off the bat. If you don't have the Squeezebar, this exercise can still be done with a barbell. So you can still do an incline barbell press with a 3-point stop. It's not going to be the same. That's the simplest answer I give to people when they ask me about the Squeezebar. What's it like? What does it feel? How does it compare to dumbbells? How does it compare to barbells? I always say that. It's not the same. It's different than barbells. It's different than dumbbells. It feels almost like a machine. A Squeezebar feels like a Squeezebar and nothing else. It really is unique. It's not a machine because it is a free weight, but it's not a free weight because it has like a machine feature to it. So it is its own style of resistance. So as you can see from the video, as I do this, I am coming down through my eccentric and I am stopping 3 times. Coming down and spreading, pause. Coming down and spreading more, pause again. Coming down and spreading a 3rd time, pause, and then finish my rep. This workout is really focused on eccentric overload. I'm noticing that here as I am now reviewing it. The 10-second bench press at the beginning and the incline bench 3-point stop with the Squeezebar are very similar in their tempo and in the fact that the resistance is not going to be the highest. I mean, I could incline press probably twice as much as you see me doing in this video on the Squeezebar if I was just doing normal repetitions. But obviously this isn't a normal rep. I'm stopping 3 times in order to get that contraction in the middle of each repetition. So the weight needs to be adjusted, needs to be dropped. So keep that in mind when you guys do that. Next we have the split stance single arm fly. Very, very cool. So I've got this in a standing position. I'm using a cable. Again, I'm implementing the CAS handles. They're great for these. One hand behind the head, athletic stance, so that means the opposite foot leads. Opposite foot meaning if I'm flying with my right hand, I am then standing and splitting, leading with my left, and vice versa. when you do this, this is not just for the chest. Of course, the chest is the primary muscle here. That's what we're targeting. But the core is huge. Your core and your stability, your ability to face forward, keep your shoulders, your hips, everything in line with the target is really a part of this exercise. It's maybe not the primary, but it's definitely the secondary goal, is to keep good form. And as I train and as I continue, I really do like implementing exercises where, in order to achieve it properly, you have to have core stability as a part of it. A lot of times I find that if we are, for example, lying on a bench, doing dumbbell bench press, very little core contraction going to be happening while that's going on. I'm lying in a passive state. I'm concentrating on my chest, which is good. It's good to have exercises where you can just isolate the chest, like the incline 3-point pause with the squeeze bar, but it's also good to have exercises like this, where I can get more functional. I can concentrate on my core and my chest simultaneously, just making a much more human movement. So that's really good. Have fun, guys.